Yesterday, after the Fed announcement, Bitcoin broke not only bullish because of the Fed announcement, but also broke bullish out of a falling wedge. However, today we are back down, not only back in the wedge, but below it. How much farther could Bitcoin go, and what is the future of the price? Is it down or is it up? What's up, everybody? In this video, we're going to cover nice, short, and sweet what Bitcoin is looking like on the charts and why you might not need to be so concerned yet. There could be some bullish outlook, but let's go ahead and hit it. A lot of people are asking the question right now, how much further is Bitcoin going down? And I'm going to start by telling you, I'm a little bit surprised. I did not think that we were going to break below this level here at 37.3. I thought we were going to stay above, but the low is in. I low-key kind of think this is actually a bullish move, and I'm going to explain why. But let's first talk about why this level right here, this 35.3, could be a key level of support. And if not, I'll show you the other ones as well. But we're going to start with Fibonacci retracement right here on the daily chart, coming all the way down to the lowest wick we have had this year, going all the way up to the highest point we've had in the wick this year. That level right here, 0.786 on Fibonacci retracement, is pretty key. You saw that we kind of struggled right there, or we had some support at 0.618, but we did end up breaking it, and we're heading back down. Now, if we cannot hold that level of support, the other three lines become significant. Both 34, we got 33.3. Let's see, that's 32.9, and then of course 32.2 itself. Some of you already know that 32 is the level that a lot of people are predicting based off of this channel. If I were to show you what that looks like and why that prediction is there, the width of this channel that we have been in now for a couple of months, but recently broken bearish out of, if I take that projection where we broke out of it, that's where I'm getting this prediction right here of 32.2. But again, we got a couple lines of support beneath us that might stop us from that point. These wicks right here both correlate right to our price of 34. Again, if we break through that 0.786 and we go down, that's the next level to look at, 34.1. Then we have 33. This is where we the bottom wick. This would match the yearly bottom that we set back here late January. Again, there's a lot of things that have to happen to get us down there, but it is a point psychologically that we should keep our eye on. And then the last one right here at 32, this is one that I called for before, hoping that the Fed might actually get a little more aggressive and get our pain done with sooner. But is our price going to go down there anyway? There's a couple reasons to think not, but if it did, that would be phenomenal, because as I've said before, a lot of times the market in Bitcoin reverses when we have divergence, bullish divergence. See this peak right here, the lowest candle body close we've had this year, right around 34, let's see, is that 34.7. If we look at that peak right here, we had a 20 on the RSI. However, as close as we are to closing below that level, maybe even getting closer to these levels down here, the RSI is nowhere close. Ideally, if our candle body can close between these levels lower than this mark right here, but the RSI stays above 20, that is exactly the strong bullish RSI divergence that we've been wishing for. But let's go ahead and zoom in and look at the next couple of days and what you should be expecting with your Bitcoin holdings. So as I said before, this 0.786 level right here around 35.4, 35.5, it is really strong. And there's also a couple other things that we're seeing that could keep that in its defense. So on the 4-hourly chart, you're going to notice that we are massively overextended on the Bollinger Bands to the downside. This often is kind of the volatility that we see. We had the bullish news where we came to the top of that Bollinger Bands. Now we're at the bottom. Traders actually love seeing this because this might be a great opportunity to enter a trade, in which case it could be sent back up at least to the 24-hourly SMA, if not higher, and give traders a great way to make some money. I said this in Coffee and Crypto this morning. Prepare yourself for a season where traders are going to love this with the volatility. The investors might, though, have to wait on that 100,000. But right now, we're just talking about the next couple of days, next couple of hours, and what possibly could happen. The other reason to suspect that maybe we could have some bullish movement here is even as we go even lower down here, we're going to have not only being overextended on the Bollinger Bands, but as we pull up our RSI, we're starting, actually, I want to go back out to the 4-hourly chart to show you this. We actually are still seeing bullish divergence start to form. Notice how low these RSI levels right here, and though we're at it currently right now, the price is significantly higher compared to these levels. Even more so on the daily chart, while I want some stronger bullish RSI divergence, right now, while the price keeps dipping, our RSI is moving sideways. What does that mean? We technically do have some bearish RSI divergence right here that sent us down, but that's nowhere near as strong as potentially what we're setting up right now with bullish. Again, it's not the same bullish divergence I want to send us back potentially up above 50, but it could be the divergence that stops stops this slump right here. Now, even though the charts are looking quite bullish, and there's lots of reasons to believe that potentially this Bitcoin downfall over the last couple hours could go back up, there is one thing from a TA standpoint that I think that you should keep your eyes on that could be bearish, and that is these three candles right here, or what we call three black crows. Now, of course, these are red right here, but back when this name was created, we used to measure our candlesticks with white candles, or now we have them as green, and black candles now as red. These three continuous thick body candles often are what we see when a change in the direction start to happen. Even though we had some flat movement right here, overall what we were seeing was an uptick in price, and then we moved sideways. And then when you see three black crows or three large red candles to the downside, it isn't a perfect indicator. That doesn't mean for certain that Bitcoin is going to go down, but what it does mean is that there's a high possibility that maybe the direction is changing and the bears are starting to pick up some control. The thing about it also is when we look at the volume, watch as we did have some volume kind of pumping us up here as we had this Fed announcement and we were anticipating it, but then we kind of got a little boring with our volume, and yet with this downfall, the volume has increased. This shows me that the bears have picked up steam, have picked up some control. So again, while we have a lot of bullish indicators, this is a bearish indicator that you should not be avoiding. The last thing that you should be paying attention to, and possibly one of the reasons why we are seeing this downfall, is of course Bitcoin is heavily correlated to the NASDAQ, which is down today. It's also inversely correlated a lot of times to the DXY, or the Dixie. This is the Dixie right here, and you're noticing after the Fed announcement we had a huge sell-off, but it seems like the Dixie is rallying, which of course is the exact opposite of what we see happen with Bitcoin. The news happened, we went up, and now we're falling. So when I'm looking at the Dixie, if I'm doing TA on it, what am I seeing on this chart? Now, if I'm right here on the 4-hourly chart on Dixie, you're going to notice right here, it's not finished confirming, but we are setting up bearish divergence on the DXY, the Dixie, that could potentially bring the dollar down and Bitcoin back up. What am I talking about? Again, we need to see these candles finish. They actually have some climb to the upside, but as it stands right now, we're flattening out and potentially going to the upside with this price action, but we got a long road ahead of us to cancel out this downtrend of the RSI. Even if we come up here and we start climbing higher towards 80 or the 70 on the RSI, that still puts us in a positive price action, but negative RSI action. This bearish divergence, again, could be a rejection point for our Dixie, which again, inversely correlated to Bitcoin, could mean Bitcoin is ready to rally. So wrapping this whole video up into one pretty bow, what should you be doing? You should be calming down and preparing yourself. Yes, Bitcoin is down, but guess what? The best times to purchase and the best times to trade are when the price is down. That's exactly what this season is all about. I told you, based off that Fed announcement, I don't think that we're going to see 100,000 on Bitcoin as soon as we would like. That being said, though, we are going to still have some golden opportunities to enter some trade, and to me, this looks like one of them. I'm not telling you what you should do. I am not a financial advisor. Please continue to do your own technical analysis and do your own research. But from what I'm seeing, fundamentally, Bitcoin is still bullish. What I'm seeing on the charts, it is still bullish. This looks like it could be a great opportunity. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Also, if you love this information, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe for more content like this. But that's all I have for you in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Look at this guy.
He watched the entire video.
What a cool guy.
I think the next thing that he wants to do is hit the like button and then probably even subscribe to the channel.
And perhaps even comment down below what he thought.
That would be pretty cool.
Wow, what a cool guy.